Hey guys, Novaburst here. Today we're back with another video. Today I'm going to be making a tier list. So I've already made a tier list before, but that was of my own Beyblades. Now I'm going to be doing a Beyblade character tier list. So remember, this is all my opinion, so no one take it seriously. You can go ahead to criticize and say whatever you want about my list. But just remember, this is from my opinion. I'm going to be using multiple factors. I'm going to go off of how good of a blader they are, how much I know about them, because some of the Gachi Beybladers, like drum and stuff, I don't really know that much about. And I'm also going to be going off of just how fun of a character and how well developed the character is. So yeah, let's get started. First here, we got Daigo. And so Daigo is from the first season of Beyblade Burst, so kind of got a little emotional attachment there. Daigo is probably one of my least favorite of the Begama Academy Beybladers. But I still liked him as a character. He was good, but he wasn't amazing. I don't remember a lot of development except for him cheating. That was pretty cool. So I'm gonna give him a. I don't know. I'm gonna give him a C rank, just because I feel there's a lot more bladers that I like better, and it's not that he's bad. It's just that so many other bladers are better. You feel me? Okay. Next up, we got Xander. And so I've always liked Xander. He was from the first season as well. And he was Vault's rival because they were childhood friends. And so I liked Xander. I liked him a little bit more than Daigo, so I'm going to put him as a B. And I don't know. I thought he was good. And I liked his kind of story in the Beyblade Burst Evolution as well. Next up, we have Drum. So honestly, I know literally almost nothing about Drum. I only watched the first 7 episodes, I think, of Beyblade Burst Gachi. So I don't really know too much about Drum. So it's not really fair that I put him on here at all. But I'm just going to put him at D. Because I don't know him. So don't blame me. It's not... I'm sorry. Next up, we have Ken. And Ken, I loved Ken. He was just lit. I remember him, so he's definitely an A tier, 100%. I loved him. I loved his little, how he moved away during the, I didn't love how he moved away, that made me sad. But, I don't know, it was good for his character. I like how he was kind of a rival to Vault at first. So, yeah. Next up, we have Suo. And then, I don't know. I remember, I always kind of liked him. I like Hell Salamander a lot. I like the Bay. The Bay is super cool. I don't know how I feel about the character, though. He just feels unnecessary, mean character. At first, he just was unnecessarily aggravated, so I don't know. I liked him. I'm going to put him down in D tier. Next up, I got Louis. And honestly, S tier. I love Louis. He's been in multiple seasons of Beyblade Burst. And he's just always been the constant little villain there. But he's gotten, I don't know. I like him. I like his, he's a very good compliment to Vault, and it shows two different sides of blading, So that's just one of the reasons I love Louis, and just I don't know, something about him is just very nice, very nice. I love Louis. Next up, we have Xavier, and I remember watching a little bit of Xavier, but he never did anything amazing. I always never liked him because he never really lived up to Xander, with Excalibur, so he never really lived up to his potential. And honestly, I never really liked the character, so he's an E tier. I feel like he didn't get enough development, and so he just kind of is there, if you know what I mean, just kind of float in there. Next up, we have Wakia, and I honestly loved Wakia as well. I liked his cockiness and how he became super nice. I shouldn't say super nice. He became, he became pretty nice and, friendly with all of the Begama Academy Bladers, and I don't know. Just some nostalgia with Wakia, so he's an A tier along with Ken. Next up, we have Fubuki. And honestly, I liked him. He's probably definitely top 3, maybe my favorite blader from Beyblade Burst Turbo. And I'm not really sure quite where to put him. I'm probably going to put him in B, because I just liked his character. I thought it was cool how he got some training from Shu, which is cool. Seeing Shu become a trainer and all that. Next up, we got Kit. I find it cool when in Beyblade Burst Evolution, Kit was just the little kid character that was just no one really knew, or not everyone knew him, but he was just kind of there just for telling us about stats and stuff. But then he became a blader in Beyblade Burst Turbo, and I love that concept so much. So I don't know. I'm gonna put him. He hasn't got a lot of. I'm gonna put him in C tier. He's really good. He's not amazing. He hasn't got a lot of story for him, but there's enough time to develop him. And next we got Ranjado. I'm not really sure. I still don't really know how to say it. Ranjado. I don't know, something like that. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. So, honestly, I did not like his character at all. He reminded me of the worst version of Rantaro. And, blah. Now, moving on to Rantaro. I never liked him as a blader anyway, so he's D tier. I don't know. He just always kind of annoying. I don't know. I liked him. I mean, he was a nice friend for Vault, but I never really loved him, He was just kind of meh. Next, we have Fumiya. Once again, I hardly know anything about him since I barely watched any episodes of Gachi. But I liked his character somewhat, but I also kind of hated it because, no one can replace Free, So I'm also going to give him a D tier. Next up, we have Aiga. And honestly, I hated Aiga at first because, I don't know, I think it's just because Vault got replaced and I loved Vault. And so when Aiga became part of the main character, I don't know. But I actually started to like him a little bit more. So I if we would have started at the beginning when I started watching Turbo, he would have been an E tier. But he's definitely a C tier now. I liked his character development, I like the story for him. Next up, we have Togo. And honestly, I love Togo. I remember him from the first season. And same story with Kit. I liked how Kit is a blader, or just there for support, and then he became a blader. So he's a B tier for me. Even though he didn't get a lot of story, it's just the fact that he was in so many episodes in the first season, and then he became a blader in the third season. I don't know. I just find that really cool. Next up, we have Silas. I love Silas, honestly. He's reminds me so much of Wakia, so that's where we're going to go together. Because, I don't know, I love his passive-aggressive, and he becomes part of the team. And, when they won, it was just, I don't know, it was really good. It was really good. Next up, we have Hearts. And I honestly don't know where to put Hearts. Hearts I liked him, but I also didn't really like him. He just seemed kind of like the typical villain kind of dude, So, I don't know. He wasn't a bad villain. He wasn't a amazing villain. So, definitely not here. I'm going to put him E tier. I didn't really like him. I'm sorry. Next up, we have Phi, which I did like much better than Hearts. I liked it was much more interesting to me. And I'm going to put him right next to Igo and Kit and Daigo. I don't know, I just think they go to good. I don't know. That's just how I put it. Next up, we got Kuza. And I loved Kuza for some reason. I know a lot of people didn't really like him that much, but I liked Kuza a lot during Beyblade Burst Evolution, and I wish he would come back. Actually, I don't really care if he comes back, but I think that'd be cool. A new, Ultra Kronos, or imagine a cool Kronos. Imagine a metal Kronos. That'd be cool. So I'm going to put him in B tier. Next up, we have Free. And I really like Free. I love his carefree attitude and, his cockiness. And so Free is an A tier. I know a lot of people is, he's favorite. He's, S tier, definitely 100%. But not for me. He's really good. Just not my favorite. Next up, we have Shu. And Shu is E tier. I hate him. Just kidding. Whoa. No, Shu's S tier. I love Shu. He probably has the best story arc out of any characters from Beyblade, to be honest. I don't know. I find it interesting, even though it may be a little confusing to people, a little confusing to me as well. I still love Shu. Great character. Next up, we have Vault. And I probably would have put him in A tier if this was just going off the first season, and probably the second season as well. But it's S tier. I love how he grows up, unlike most protagonists, and he just, I'm not gonna say that, I'm gonna say most kid show protagonists, and he becomes more mature and not as kiddish like Aiga is during Turbo, and how he is during the first season. So yeah, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just having a fun. You guys can do your own list, whatever. Yeah, it's cool. See you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.